Hi friends, I'm Nikita H. Welcome to codetocreate channel. Dear friends, before getting into the video, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Please do watch this video till the end, and if you liked it, please do like it and share it with your friends. It means a lot to me. If you have any comments or want to inform me something, please do comment down below in the box. Let's go for it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a calculator app in Flutter. First, I'm creating a project by saying flutter create, and I'm naming the app as calci and hitting enter. Now let's go to Visual Studio Code and then go to file and then say open folder, then search out calci, it's over here, and then say select folder. Let's go to lib and then main dot. Let's delete everything. Other than the import and the void main2, which is important, very important. Other than that, let's delete up everything. The first thing we need to do is we need to create a class. For that, I'm writing class and then saying my apps extends stateless widget. Here we go. And then I'm putting the curly braces. Now I'm coming down and then saying at override, and I'm saying widget build context. If you don't know what's a stateless widget or a stateful widget, please do watch my last video. You'll know what's a stateful widget, stateless widget. And then putting a curly braces over here and then saying return material app. Here we go. And then putting a parentheses. And then I'm coming down and I'm setting the title of the page as calculator. And then I'm coming out over here and then putting a comma and coming down and then setting the theme. I'm setting the theme to the theme data and then putting a parentheses and then setting the color. So I'm writing primary swatch. So if I'll have to set the color, the code I have to use is as primary swatch and then saying colors dot the color you need. So I'm setting it to blue and then putting a comma, and here theme data is over. And then coming down and setting the home to my home page, which means the normal page that now we are creating, and then the title to calculator. Over here again we are setting the title and then putting a comma, and over here material app is over. Do not forget to put a semicolon. The class is also over, the widget is also over, and the material app was also over. And the next day I'm coming down and then I'm saying class my home page that we mentioned over here extends, here it is, stateful widget over here, and then putting the curly braces and then saying my home page and then putting parentheses and then putting curly braces and then saying key space and then again key with small lowercase and then saying this dot title. And then saying super key is to key, and then ending it up. And then I'm declaring a variable saying final string title, and then putting another at override, putting an underscore, and then saying my homepage state. And then saying create state. Over here the thing we are doing is we are just creating a state. And then putting the arrow mark and then saying again my underscore my homepage state, page state, and then ending it up. And over here the class stateful widget is over. I'm coming down, and then over here I'm creating a class saying class underscore my homepage state again. And then over here we are just creating the state. So I'm saying extends state my homepage over here and here. And then putting a curly braces and declaring another variable saying output, which is equal to 0. Still 3 more variables, so I'm saying num1, which is another variable, is equal to 0, and then I'm ending it up. And then I'm creating another variable saying num2 and setting it to 0 as well. Over here in the num1 and num2 we'll have to put points 2 and remove the quotes. We'll just do it up like this, and then num2 as well 0.0, and then ending it up. And then I'm coming down and then saying operand, which is the operation, is equals to just an empty string, and then ending it up. And then I'm coming down and then saying button pressed string, and then putting parentheses and then saying string button text. And then putting a curly braces. I'm coming down and then saying if button text is equal to clear, and then I'm coming out and putting a parenthesis for the if condition saying if button text is equal to clear, which means the button that we'll put in the calculator that is equal to clear or number 1 or number 2 or number 3, all those will be doing by this if conditions. I'm saying underscore output is equal to 0. I'm coming out and ending this up, and then coming down and setting the num1 to 0 as well. So for that I'm writing 0.0 and ending it up. Then I'm coming down and saying num2 is equal to 0.0 as well. And then I'm coming down and setting operand to another empty string again. And over here, remember near the parentheses itself, else it will show you errors. I'm writing else if button text is equals to plus, then plus, and then I'm coming out and then saying or. For or I'm putting double straight slashes like this, and then saying button text is equal to. Remember, this is a small and lowercase one. This is the uppercase. And then come up on here and then say button text is equal to minus then or and if button text is equal to multiplication and then saying or if button text is equal to division. If all these conditions are true, then let's set the num1 to double dot parse and then the output variable. And then I'm adding this line and setting the operand to button text. And then coming down and then setting underscore output to 0. And then near the parentheses write down another else if, saying else if button text is equal to dot, then if it's a dot, then you have to create another if condition over here saying if underscore output dot contains dot, then if it contains dot, then you have to print out, and then you have to print out there is a decimal already. And then I'm coming down and then saying return and ending it up. Let's leave a bit of space over here so that it doesn't look congested. Yeah. And now let's say else underscore output is equal to underscore output plus the button text. So it's the addition. And then I'm ending it up. Let's come down over here. And then let's say else if button text is equal to the operation is equal to, which means is equal to the number. Addition is equal to that one. And if it's that, then num2 is equal to the double dot parse and then the output. And I'm ending up this line, and then I'm coming down and saying if operand is equal to plus, then so over here we are declaring whether it's a plus or a minus or those operations. Then set underscore output to num1 plus num2 dot toString, remember that. And now let's end it up. Let's do this for all the operations. And let's come down over here and then saying if operand is equal to minus 10. So if it's minus, the underscore output will be num1 minus num2 here, as the operation is now minus. And then saying dot toString. Over here we're just converting it to a string as it's a number. and here we put it in double quotes. Over here it should be converted into a string. And then let's come down and create another if condition saying if operand is equal to multiplication, then if it's multiplication, then underscore output will be equal to num. Do not forget the parentheses, which is mean num1 into num2. For the into, let's put out the star and then saying num2. And now let's convert it into a string. So saying to string. There we go. And then I'm ending it up. And then I'm coming down and saying if operand is equal to division, then we are setting the output to num1 divided by num2, and then dot to string. And now let's end it up. Now it's in the else if, but not in these four ifs. Let's come down and then set num1 to its normal one. So num1 is equal to 0.0. Let's end it. And then saying num2 also is equal to 0.0. Let's end it, and then the operand to empty string, back like normal. Sure. And then say else. Just a minute. And then let's say else underscore output is equal to underscore output plus the button text. So whatever is the text over there, we are doing the addition. And let's end it. Let's come out of the else and then print out the output, the underscore output. And now let's end this up. And then this is the main. We are setting the state over here. So for that, let's just come down. Let's come down and then say set state to output, which is equal to double dot parse, and then the underscore output, and then over here we are saying dot to string as fixed. So over here we are just fixing it up, fixing to. And now let's end this. I'm coming down and saying at override right, and then I'm coming down and saying widget build context, and then context this, and then I'm putting a curly braces and coming down and saying return scaffold like this, and then I'm putting a parenthesis again, and then let's come down and set the app bar to app bar like this. And then putting parentheses again, I'm coming down. I'm setting the title to text, and then within a parentheses I'm writing down widget.title like this. And then let's end it and put a comma. Let's come down, it's not in the app bar. I'm setting the body as container like this, and then let's come down and set the child to a column, and within a parentheses let's write down children, and let's come out of the square bracket and write widget like this. With W uppercase. And then over here let's come down it's just inside the body. It's inside the body but not inside the child. The text. I'm setting the text as output, the variable output. Here we go. And then I'm putting a comma and come down. And then let's write down expanded. Like this. Let's come down and set the child to divider, which is a function, and put out a comma and put a comma to the brackets of expanded also. It's not in the expanded but inside the body. So I'm writing down column like this, and then setting the children to putting a square bracket and coming down, and then a row with R uppercase, and then saying children like this, and again coming down, and over here let's write down build button, which is the function, with B uppercase, and let's write down the numbers of the buttons. So first is 7. Let's come out and just put a comma, and let's come down and say again build button, and setting its text to 8. Let's come out again and put a comma, again a build button, and I'm setting its text to 9, and coming out and putting another comma. Let's do the same, a build button, and then text to slash. It's meant by divider. Let's copy up this, Control C, come down and paste, paste, come down and paste, come down and paste. Yeah, and now let's set the text. Let's do a bit of spacing and everything. So let's delete this up, let's paste this up. Do the same for all of them. Let's delete this much of space, and then let's give space over here. like this. And then the row, let's delete a bit of space, and then let's give space over here. Let's delete this one this much. And let's paste this up. These two are not needed. Let's delete them up. Delete this comma. And now let's set their text. This text will be 4. This one will be 5. This one will be 6. And this one is the multiplication one, the x. This one will be this one will be 1. This one will be 2. This one will be 3. And this one is the minus symbol. Let's come down. And this one will be the dot. This one will be 0. This one will be 0, 0. And this one will be the plus. This one will be the clear. And this one will be the is equal to. Now let's see the errors and let's correct them up. Just click on them to know where is the error. Okay, let's put a square bracket up and it's saying expected to find. Okay, let's do that. It's saying expected to find a semicolon. Let's do that. And it's saying expected to find a parentheses. Let's do that too. Saying expected to find a square bracket. Let's do that too. Saying expected to find a square bracket. Let's do that. Expected to find. Let's do that. And again it's saying expected to find a parentheses. Let's do that too. And then a square bracket, and then another square bracket, and then a square bracket. Expected a class member. Okay, let's see what's the mistake. Now it's saying expected to find a parentheses. Let's do it. Yeah. And now again it's saying expected to find parentheses again. Great, so now we know how to make a calculator app in Flutter.
Thank you friends. Bye bye.